day one of the 10th annual Dutch Mason Blues Festival. I got Dave DeWolf, the organizer and founder of the Dutch Mason Blues Festival. Dave, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for coming again, Terry. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's always a pleasure to be here. 10th annual Dutch Mason Blues Festival. You must be excited.
10 years celebrating a birthday. It's really incredible. It's almost like I can't believe it just happened yesterday and it's 10 years now.
So, doors open this evening at 6 o'clock. First band on stage, Christine Campbell.
Christine Campbell. We showcased Christine Campbell on Friday afternoon last year. She was such a great hit. We brought her back. She's opening up Friday night.
You know, I remember last year when she did her encore, and I think she did Led Zeppelin's The Immigrant Song as an encore last year.
Yeah, that was quite a surprise, and it was a big hit with the crowd, and she's a phenomenal artist, and I think she has a lot of career ahead of her.
Yeah, she does, and she's a great player. Beautiful young lady. It's going to be a great show. That starts at 7 o'clock.
And she's local.
That's right, Atlantic Canadian artist. Then at 8 o'clock, a band, you and I discussed these guys quite a bit when you were thinking of who to get for Friday evening, when it turned out I think Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush couldn't make it here.
Yeah, unfortunately, due to a shoulder injury, he couldn't do the show. But I'm really happy that you suggested Wild Tea in the Spirit.
And I mean, let's face it, Tony Springer started his career as a Hendrix cover artist. So, I mean, he really learned his chops playing the best. Then he went into his own thing. I mean, Midnight Blues, it's a classic song.
That's an awesome. The video, it's still out there. It's excellent. I'm really excited to have him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
Then at 9:30, a band that you had to sell me on. Monster Truck.
Yes, and not that monster truck.
Yeah.
Well, our slogan is "Blues is where rock came from," and we've always had a little bit of a rock edge on a Friday night.
Yep.
We're always looking to expand, bring in a younger audience to expose them to the more traditional style of blues, and the only way to do that is give them something that is relative.
Yeah.
And has a foundation for them to come and see what we have to offer that where the roots of the rock came.
Yeah. And these guys, they're a young Canadian band. They're really hitting the scene and really happening now. It'll draw in a younger crowd that may not be aware of the blues, that will suddenly see guys like Christine Campbell or Wild Tea in the Spirit and say, oh my God, what have I been missing?
Exactly, and that's exactly what the whole goal is when we put acts like Monster Truck or the Sheepdog that we had last year.
Yep. Respectables the year before. Yeah.
We had the Georgia Satellites before and so forth. We even had Dr. Who.
Yeah.
So, you know, blues transcends all kinds of music genres.
Yeah.
Right? And we believe that blues is the godparent of modern day music. So you wouldn't have rock and you wouldn't have R&B, you wouldn't have jazz, you wouldn't have all those other styles that wasn't for the blues.
If it wasn't for if it wasn't for the blues. And of course, finishing off tonight on the main stage is Rick Derringer.
Yes, doing an encore presentation is Rick Derringer. And Rick was a guitar hero of mine growing up, so you can imagine what it was like to have Rick Derringer on the stage. When I was 16, kind of emulated it a little bit.
Yeah.
But, and then of course his late great friend Johnny Winter performed at the festival.
That's right,
years ago, passed away recently, so we have given Rick the close of the show on the night of Friday night to give him some space to be able to do some tribute to his late friend, great guitar hero himself, Johnny Winter.
And then, of course, after the main stage shows, then it's the late night jam. Then the party starts.
That's exactly right. Most people always never miss the late night jam. It takes place in the big huge tent on the site. Goes on to 3 a.m. after the main stage concert shows stop. It's the heart of the festival.
Yeah, it is. Because a lot of the main stage artists end up going down and jamming.
Yes, they're jamming with Garrett Mason, Dutch Mason's former bandmates of the Dutch Mason Blues band.
Joe Murphy.
Joe Murphy.
Yeah.
And it's great when you see them on the big stage and they get to get more close and more intimate with them in the after hours entertainment tent. And it's always a pleasure. Tom Holland from the James Cotton Band.
Yep.
Can't wait to get in there and play every day.
Yep.
So yeah, late night jam is the heart of the festival. It's where the Dutch spirit lives the most.
It's the 10th annual Dutch Mason Blues Festival. This is Friday, August the 8th. Great lineup tonight, Dave. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at Dutch.